What's going on, guys? It's Realms, and I got one of the last of your reality updates I'm going to be doing for a while. Now, the reason I chose this song is because I want you guys to realize we can't live our lives in fear, and that we're living in the end times whether you like it or not. You know, our treasures are always going to be in heaven, not in this earthly reality. So no matter what happens to your earthly flesh or your bodily flesh in this life, you got to realize if you have Christ and the Creator on your back, that you'll be safe in the promise that He gave us, that we will have a perfect paradise earth one day. And you got to keep comfort. You got to have comfort and have faith in that, and that is true. Understand? Because when the things hit the fan, which they soon will be, if you're running around in fear, you're either going to panic, take the mark of the beast, or you're going to commit suicide. But if you live with no fear, then you realize what you have to do, and the path is clear. You understand? So if you take anything away from this channel, make sure you take away that you need to be mentally tough always. Alright, guys? I love you. Stay safe. So as you see there, folks, Monday, Tuesday will be one of the coldest temperatures recorded for this winter, and I want you guys to make sure you know about this, because they're saying here in 5 minutes your skin will freeze if exposed to this Arctic air. Alright, so I just want to make sure I cover that. And this is going to hit the US Midwest and the Northeast, as you can see in this chart here. And if you take a look at the Earth wind map, you can see that the air is starting to come down already, you know. So I will make sure you guys know about this before anything. And it looks like we're still getting a little bit of that warm air. I was just outside, so it's not that cold as of yet, but they're saying Monday to Tuesday, and temperatures could reach to minus 50 below. Alright, so heads up on that, folks.
Out of mind, never was a G if it's a snitch that you idolize. I don't even bump with them niggas. I don't try to vibe.
Now, I'd like to thank Logan Running for bringing this up to our attention. And you see here, this is how much supposedly Bpearthwatch makes for putting all this information out there. You know, it'd be one thing if he was just making money, you know, because doing this YouTube thing is time consuming, and you know, you gotta make a lot of sacrifices, but at the same time he tells a lot of lies in his videos, folks. You know, but one thing that caught my eye says apply for partnership. Why would it say apply for partnership if he wasn't already applied for one? Because if you go and check mine, alright, let's check mine right quick. I make 500 to 6K yearly. And as you see, it says apply for partnership. I'm not with YouTube. As you can see, there's no money signs next to any of my videos, folks. I have nothing to hide. The truth for me should always be free, and for everybody else. But if you make money off the YouTube thing, I'll have nothing against you, as long as you don't put out disinformation out there like Bpearthwatch does. So again, I'd like to thank Logan Running for that. And there you go, folks. I barely make anything, even if I did make money off of YouTube, which I don't. I make minus money here. You want to see? Right here, minus 121. I make $2 a video if I made money. But, you know, people got to do what they got to do. Just don't put them lies out there. That's all I'm saying, BP.
Dear Lord, as we down here, struggle for as long as we know, in search of a paradise we can touch.
Now, up next, this video here by Justin Woolley, Operation Constitutional Republic Reclaim. Make sure you go and check it out. I have it linked. This is also combined with this video, a call to all military, please wake up, video bomb Obama. This is a video that I did And in this video, he talks about how this country is being turned into a communist state, and it's been going along for a while now. It's a must-see. But at the same time, I'm more of a non-violent person. That's what I try to preach, is non-violence. But we can do a revolution without any violence, folks, just as the Icelanders proved in their country. Pink did a video about it. I'll have it linked. And that no one person lost their life, or not one person got imprisoned. And they took over their whole country, folks. Even though it's a smaller country, either way, we can learn from their examples. All we got to really do is fill the streets, fill the Capitol buildings. You know, no guns, just fill them all up. Fill them until there's nobody or nothing can get through. And we just stand off until, as long as we can, until we get this switched over. Violence begets violence, folks. But at the same time, you do have a right to defend yourself. But if we could do this revolution, this coup against President Obama and his regime in a peaceful manner, it'd be the best way to go. Alright, so make sure you go check this video out. I'll have it linked. Up next, check on earthquake list. We did have a 5.9 in Colombia at a 25-kilometer depth. Started off with a 5.1 around there. Took a 5-pointer in Sunda Strait, Indonesia at a 68-kilometer depth, 5.2. Alright. Now we did take a 6-pointer today at a 31-kilometer depth, 6.1 west of Marinara Islands. And we had a 5.3 in Banda Sea, 5.7 in Kepulauan Barat Daya, Indonesia. Who comes up with these names? Also, we took a 5.1 north of Halmahera, Indonesia. We did take a 4.7 to a 4.8 in Izu Island, Japan region. A 4.6 to a 4.7 in eastern Sichuan, China. And we have no buoys in event mode at the moment. Now, taking a look at Solarham, in the last 72 hours we had an M1.9, M4.0, and an M1.3. KP index is not showing any geo instability, but it's saying that we are in a geomagnetic storm because of that M4, which gave off a halo eruption, as you can see here. And we will expect that to be hitting us soon. Alright, but nothing too major, no satellite damages expected. Now, we do have 8 fireballs reported for January 5th on the NASA's All-Sky Network. Yesterday we had 35. Today we have 8. So, and non-seleucid clouds are still within normal for this time of the year. Alright, folks. Up next, Men of Old by See the Truth. I want you guys to go over and subscribe to her. She has a great channel over there. She breaks down a lot of the vocabulary that we use today, and how, if most of you truthers know that every word and every letter in our English vocabulary has multiple meanings for it, and mainly occult meanings. You understand? So we could be saying one thing, but we can actually be saying some kind of witch ritual, you know? So make sure you go over there and subscribe, guys, because she has a great channel and she's a lovely person, and I've been subscribed for her for a while now, and she always does amazing work. Alright? Up next, checking some of the headlines making RT. 300,000 African migrants take to Tel Aviv streets protesting detention policy. I just covered this one. New York to legalize use of medical marijuana. So another state getting on the bandwagon, folks. Also, 240 TV and contact lens, revolutionary eyewear rivaling Google Glass to be unveiled. I just want to make sure you guys be careful with this stuff. Don't turn into a freaking cybernetic zombie. And if you guys ever follow the Grok's work, you know that he always uncovers how they're supposed to do something with our eyes in the tribulations. And as many of you may know, the eyes are windows to the soul. So be careful what you put in front of your eyes, folks. Up next, I got a breaking update here. Indonesia's Sinabung volcano erupts 50 times in one day, folks, forcing around 20,000 people to evacuate. Now, it doesn't seem like it's getting any better over there. And we're also keeping an eye out for the Canary Islands volcano, which is about to erupt probably soon as well. Here's a little video. This is from Extinction Protocol. You guys might have heard about this. Giant sinkhole reported in Peak District of Derbyshire, UK. Also, unusual number of Arctic snowy owls spotted in the US. And another pandemic, H1N1, sweeping across US and Canada in deadly wave. Now, the H1N1 is now mutated to H2N7, or I don't know. They're coming out with some H1N, so many H numbers these days. It's not even funny anymore, folks. But either way, most of it is probably caused by nanites, if anything, like I've covered before in my Truth of the World series. And one of these days I'm gonna get to part 3, folks, so stay tuned for that. Alright, now checking the fireball reports for all of last year, we had 18,435 fireball reports. It's the highest in recorded history, folks. Now checking the fireball reports from the 1st to the 5th, we have 86 so far. Alright, coming in from Kentucky, Ohio, Oregon, California, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Maryland, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Jersey, Pittsfield, Massachusetts, I used to live there, and Virginia. Alright. Checking the RSOE, as you can see here, we have storm surge all over the United Kingdom and France, Portugal, actually. And we have 3 planes down. Only one of them over here in Saudi Arabia had people injured. Around 29 people were injured there in Saudi Arabia, but everybody else in the other 2 planes were good. We have power outages reported in the state of Virginia. This was on Saturday, and this is due to the cold weather, so we could probably expect more power outages, at least 48-hour power outages. We had another power outages in Canada today. Tens of thousands in Newfoundland power customers were in the dark, buried in snow. That was from Saturday as well. These power outages, along with this cold winter that we're having, goes along with this video that I did back on November 5th. Possible blackout with cold winter ahead. So we can expect more as this winter continues, folks. Alright, stay warm as best you can, and bring in homeless people if you can, because remember, your treasures are in heaven. Alright, stay safe.
Remember one thing, through every dark night, there's a bright day after that. So no matter how hard it gets, stick your chest out, keep your head up, and handle it.
You're meant to be so